guys, welcome to my video channel. In this video, I've decided to extend a little bit my previous material about computers and programming languages. I'm aware that the topic I've tried to explain is very wide, but as this should be only a short introduction before the PowerShell practical scripting course that we will go through, I've decided to limit it to necessary basics. On the other hand, I know that there could be a lot of questions around this topic, so I've consulted it with some people who are starting their career in IT, and based on that, I've prepared the main questions and answers that you might have. So today it's time for Q&A session. If you didn't look at my previous video yet, I strongly encourage you to watch it first, clicking on the link that should appear right now. If you watched the previous video or you already have some basic information about computers, let's go to the point and start reviewing our questions. Question number 1. What else can we do using programming languages? So, first of all, you can automate any repeating or boring stuff, and thanks to this, you can save a lot of time. You can also develop your creativity and create, for example, a game. Or you can use programming for data analysis and calculation of huge amount of data. Let's imagine you need to find specified data from thousands of records. Instead of looking for them manually, you can do it in a blink of an eye, using the power of the computer. And finally, you can create applications with graphical user interface so other people could use it for their work. Question number 2. Why computers use binary code? That's a very good question. As I said earlier, the data is a clue and the data is processed in a binary code that includes only zeros and ones digits. Everything is connected here to electrical impulses that are sent through a processor. A processor has hundreds of tiny pins. The most modern processors can have even up to 2000 pins, and those pins are used for sending information to and from the processor. The data are sending as an electrical impulse through those pins. Each pin can take one of two possible states at the same time. State on, in other words, high state, where electrical impulse is present, what is represented by value 1 in a binary code, and state off, or low state, where there is a lack of electrical impulse, what is represented by value 0 in a binary code. By using those simple operations, computer can process and store information. Combination of many of these 0 and 1 states allows computers to perform complex tasks in a blink of eye, making possible to do the activities like running programs, playing videos, or browsing your favorite websites at the internet. Question number 3. What skills do I need to have to learn scripting or programming? First of all, you need to learn thinking in a logical and analytical way. Programming is all about solving the problems. You need to understand how to divide the complex problem to a smaller parts that are more easy to handle. So you need to start from a main conception and goals, what you would like to achieve, and then you need to go into details and parts that will provide an information how it will be resolved and how we will achieve our goal. So practicing breaking down problems into smaller, manageable and tiny parts is very important. And I think it's also very useful skill in real life. Causal reasoning is also crucial here. Working with programming, you need to analyze the relationship between a case and its effect, to troubleshoot and solve the problem. Apart from that, you also need to understand basic algorithms and how to approach the problem solving systemically using logical operators like OR, AND, and if conditional statements. I'll create a separate video about it on this video channel. The next crucial part is, of course, English, at least on a communicative level. All the main programming languages uses English words in their syntax. As this channel is in English, I think this is an obvious information. Additionally, you need to have a basic computer literacy, what means that you need to understand the basic functions of operating system and a computer. That's why I've prepared this introducing video to help you with that. On the top of that, learning of the programming, as majority of other skills or abilities that we are trying to possess, requires from you a lot of persistence and patience. This is a continuous process of improving skills and knowledge. Working regularly and practicing on a regular basis, it's a key principle of your success. But all this effort is worth it. And here I have a very important advice for you. It's better to work 20 or 30 minutes every day, writing some code and learn something new, than work the whole day once a month. Regular repetitions and using newly acquired knowledge in practice is a key to understand and remember it. Question 4. You presented only one story that presents how to use programming. Please present some other ideas. How can I implement programming in my daily life? Absolutely. Let's look at another practical ideas that I have right now in my mind. It can be, for example, a program for sorting downloaded files by an extension and removing duplicated files from the drive. Thanks to this, you don't need to spend time anymore or sorting them manually. Another idea would be a program for sending emails. Let's imagine a situation when you need to send a customized email to 100 of people. To do this, you can create a script that will generate an email content and send it to recipients automatically at a specified time. You can even generate and send a personalized emails to each of the recipients. Interesting proposition could be also a web scraping program. You can connect by a script to multiple websites, get the data from HTML page content you are interested in, and save it to file or report for your own use. Another idea could be a program for sending posts on social media. You can do it automatically at a specified time. For example, you can prepare content for the post you would like to send for the next 15 or 30 days and send it automatically day by day at a specified time. Thanks to this, you don't need to spend time anymore doing it manually every day. Or maybe you work with SQL databases. If yes, you can, for example, create an SQL data import script that will read the data from the file and add it to the database automatically. I hope those are quite interesting ideas for you. Question number 5. You said that programming language is used for communication with the computer. What's the difference between natural language used by humans and programming language then? So, both programming and natural languages are invented by a human, but have different goals. Natural language is used for communication between people. It has some grammar rules, but it does not have so strict syntax. You can say the same thing in many ways in English, right? So, usually, humans' language is more flexible. On the other hand, programming language is used for communication between a human and a computer. Has strict and rigorous syntax and semantics that must be followed to avoid errors and bugs. So instructions that we build in the code should be written in a specified syntax and manner to execute it successfully. Question number 6. You mentioned two terms in your presentation: programming languages and scripting languages. What's the difference? Basically, all scripting languages are programming languages, so programming languages is just a more common term. As I mentioned earlier, programming languages can be divided into two parts: interpreted languages and compiled languages. Interpreted languages are the scripting ones. Scripting languages does not require compilation process per se, and it's just processed by an interpreter. That means that interpreter is going through the code line by line and executing it. In case of compiled languages, the code needs to be compiled first to machine language in binary code that is understandable by a processor. We already talked about it in previous part of this video as well. Question number 7. You are talking only about advantages of using programming in a daily life. Are there any disadvantages? Of course, everything in the universe has their own advantages and disadvantages, and the same rule concerns programming. Of course, the main disadvantage here is the time. You need to spend time to design, code, and test your solution. Depending on the complexity of your script or program, you will need to spend even a couple of days or weeks. So, as in real life, when you want to create something valuable, you need to spend some time and effort to create it. But remember that even if you will spend a couple of weeks on your automation solution, it can return in advance in the future when you will not need to spend some time on the activity that is repeatable and done automatically right now. To sum it up, to gain a profit, you need to do an investment first. Of course, it's up to you to decide if a specified idea is worth of it. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any additional questions, please leave a comment under this video. If you like this video, please click like button and subscribe to my video channel. See ya!